This is a video on how I quit drinking for good by creating positive habits, and that you can do exactly the same too. Now, you may not have a problem with alcohol or any kind of addiction, but maybe you have a problem with getting up early, or you have another kind of habit that you want to create. So as you know me now, I am Nasrin. I run a very successful aesthetic clinic in London, You know I love my fitness, you know I get up early, you know I'm super dedicated to health, fitness. I love having fun, I love my clients, I love what I do, but that wasn't always the case. As you've probably seen in my previous videos, I'm not going to drab on about it. You know, life wasn't always so rosy and great and fun. I've had many setbacks, I've had a lot of challenges in my life. So I just want to share with you, okay, this is what's worked for me. Okay, now I want to make this clear, like a disclaimer, that if you are under any sort of medical care, any sort of doctors, etc., you may want to seek advice from them before following any of what I say. As I said, this is just my own story of what's worked for me, and there may be elements from it that you can take that may help you in your life. Okay, so as I've said previously, I had a very problematic relationship with alcohol for about, I'd say, a good 10 years. Drugs and alcohol, mainly alcohol though. And I think I reached a point in my life where I'd had enough. It was destroying me as a person. It was destroying my relationship with Ed. Had an awful relationship with my family. It just, you know, and also, you know, I don't know if you can relate to that. I don't know if you've been in this situation. Whether it's alcohol, drugs, whatever, some sort of addiction, if it's created a divide between you and your friends, your family, you're constantly fucking your life up, as I like to say, and it's kind of holding you back, which is basically what was happening to me relentlessly over and over again. So anyway, what happened was we were going on a cruise, me and Ed's family, we were going on this cruise, and I was super excited. And I think, you know, everything in life is counterintuitive, so you have to go through the pain and the shit. It's not even about hitting rock bottom, it's just you have to reach a certain level of pain in your life in order to then start to create habits. Now, creating healthy habits, so habits create successful businesses, habits create your dream body, habits create eating well, you know, this is what habits create: better sleep, you know, getting up earlier. So I'd kind of started, you know, implementing some of these with the help of, you know, Ed, and I started to find like a bit of a purpose of kind of things that I wanted to do that I liked, that weren't so focused on going out and getting drunk or taking drugs. So we went on this, so I decided, I'd bought this book. Now, this book literally, I was going to say changed my life, but it did change my life a little bit. It's by a guy called Craig Beck. Now, I absolutely love Craig Beck. He is amazing. Okay, so it's called Alcohol Lied to Me. Now, I bought this book ages ago, and I sort of skimmed through it. It wasn't the right time. Because I was like, oh, that's not me. You know, I was in denial. And then we were going on this cruise, and I thought it was 2 weeks. I thought, do you know what? If I can get through that cruise for 2 weeks without drinking, I reckon I can be sober and never drink again. So on the way there on the plane, it was around Italy, we flew to Venice, and then the cruise started in Venice, and then we went all around the Mediterranean. It was lovely. So started listening to the book, and I was like, he just basically talks about all the myths around drinking. Like, people think it makes you funnier when it doesn't. People think it makes you more confident. Doesn't, you know, and all these things. And again, I just want to clarify, I don't have any judgment towards people that drink, and I'm not sitting here going, oh, look at you drink, and all this. It's nothing to do with that. This is purely related around me and my situation. Loads of my friends drink. I've got nothing against drinking. I used to love drinking. It didn't work out so well for me though. So started listening to it, and I was like, right, and I just started to understand it more, and I started to link it to myself. And he had a drink problem for 20 years, and his drink problem got so bad that he he actually messed up his liver. Now, he had a dull ache in his liver, and he was avoiding going to the doctor because he was scared that he knew the doctor was going to say, you've got to stop drinking. And it was quite funny because, you know, he used to drink really expensive wine and stuff like that. And he says in the book, you know, don't think when you get liver failure that they chop you open and they go, oh, he's fine. He had the good stuff. He had the expensive wine. He wasn't drinking the special brew. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, it's all this. It all links to the same thing at the end of the day. Excessive consumption of alcohol over a long period can lead to cirrhosis of the liver, which can kill you. So when Eva did eventually go to the doctor basically said to him, you know, you've damaged your liver. And he then realised, because he's got kids, he just thought, oh my God, I've been so selfish. It's called a threshold moment. Now, everyone that, and I don't know if you can relate to this, if you've had some form of addiction or you've had a compulsive behaviour, you have a threshold moment. It's basically when you realise and you go, what the hell am I doing? I don't want to be this person anymore. I'm done. So that was his threshold moment. He realised, oh my God, I'm so selfish. I could actually kill myself. I've got kids. I don't want to be that person anymore. So he basically, he put loads of weight on and stuff like that as well. And he went on kind of like I don't think he went to AA or anything. I can't remember how he did it, but he's in self-development and stuff like that. So he probably created his own little plan. So anyway, you listen to the book, and then every night you listen to a hypnosis kind of subliminal message kind of thing for 20 minutes every single night as part of the book. So you read the book and then you listen to the subliminal message. It's kind of a hypnosis. So if you don't know, hypnosis basically works with your unconscious mind. So when you go to sleep, it basically helps to reprogram your mind, get rid of sort of where all the kind of negative behaviours and patterns are stored, and it helps just to reprogram them with more positive ones. So in the little audio that you listen to the hypnosis, he basically says stuff like, you do not like the taste of alcohol, and you're a strong, confident woman, and loads of stuff like this. And it's easy. It's like 20 minutes. You fall asleep listening to it. Anyway, so I started listening to that. So you have to listen to it for 21 days because that's what they say is enough time to break a habit. So I started listening to that I did it for 21 days. Never drank since. Sober 3 years. It will be in August. I've actually had the date, I think it's there, tattooed on my neck, when the last time I had a drink, and I've never touched alcohol since. Now, I'm not saying that is all you need to do. Read this book and that's it. However, it's all about starting somewhere, okay? And sometimes we just need, you know, that little book or that little, you know, and sometimes you read things. You know, I bought that book. So I had that book for months and months, and it wasn't the right time for me to listen to it then. So when the right time became available, I listened to it, the message went in, and I did what I did. I followed it through, I completed it, and here I am now, running, you know, my successful business, healthy, lean, positive, you know. So now is the time for you to start creating some habits. Now, how can you do that? So having a routine is super, super important. Consistency. It's all about consistency. So going to bed at the same time every night, okay? Getting up at the same time every morning. Now, I know a lot of people will say, I can't get up, I can't get off my phone, etc. You know, remember, habits will start off as daily tasks before they become habits, okay? Also, another top tip, do not miss a habit more than once, okay? If you miss it once, it's okay. Do not miss it twice. You need to be consistent, okay? So remember, the body is very, very good in getting into patterns. So even if you do something for a few days, like 2 or 3 days, your body will start to naturally get up early if you struggle getting up in the morning. So routine, going to the gym, eating healthy. Now, you know, so habits in the brain is called the readiness action potential. Now, what that basically means is the more and more you train something, the more and more you get better at it, and your brain remembers it more. So that is all it is. Sometimes it can feel so hard and like, oh, I cannot do this. But I promise you, give it a go. The more time, no one is good at something straight away. Honestly, years and years and years, like 4 or 5 years it took me before I finally was like, that's it, I'm never drinking again. And I actually did something about it, and it actually worked, and I stuck it out. So don't worry. You will have times along the way where you mess up, fall, you slip up, etc. It's fine. That's all part of the process. That will make you stronger, and you will get better on your journey. So those are just a few of the things that have worked for me and that have helped me create a life that I never thought was possible. As you know, you can follow my story on Instagram or YouTube. If I can be of any help to you, please drop me a message anytime. Come and see me for a treatment. Let me bring out the inner glamour goddess in you. I hope you found this video helpful. Also, if you haven't seen my previous video on lip augmentation before and after, click the link there and you can watch it now. And please subscribe to my channel.